Well, hey, we're back.
Yeah, I'll talk over him. I don't care.
Yeah, he can do that. We're drawing prize.
How about Kelly Hunt?
Go ahead. Yep.
Oh, Kelly, you got Bugsy going.
Yeah, that's
you can bundle your bugs and
you know what?
Bobby.
He and Bobby just got married.
That's probably a good thing.
Supper, Bobby. Supper.
Hey, we're live out here. This is Race Stop. What's News Stop?
How we do it?
WFNT. My name is Larry Loins, Big and Inlos. Live at Beacon Sales and Service out here in Charlotte. Off exit 61 off 69.
Wolverine Pet Supplies. I want to thank them real quick.
Oh, yeah. Wolverine Pet Supplies. Well, what did we just give?
Pest.
Pest?
Pest.
Pet or pests?
Pest.
Speaking of pets.
Bugs.
Speaking of pests, that's my co-host.
Hi, everybody.
And, hey, we're going to be joined right now by...
yeah, I need to class it up a bit, considering who we got here. I'm sorry.
We need to behave ourselves.
Yeah, you're right. We need to class it up.
Yeah, we got a real classy guy we're going to talk to right now, my man, from Springport Speedway, Jeff Parrish. Good to have you out here, man.
Very happy to be here, fellas.
Hey, it's cool. You're trapped between the two of us now.
I am. I feel like I'm under the, I'm on the Watergate panel here or something.
You seem to move right into the hinterlands just fine here, Jeff.
Yes, you have. You've done an awesome job at the Springport Speedway this year.
Yeah, we're really blessed. I think Ken kind of summed it up well. We're pretty happy with our position in the racing world right now, and hearing lots of encouraging things behind the scenes, and some of the work in the off season is paying off.
Now, one of the things that really impressed me, I mean, you had Dixie Speedway the last 3 years. That kind of didn't work out hanging on that track. But not only did you decide that, you made the decision, you know what, I'm in the racing business, and I got my start now, and you were at Whittemore for a while and everything. But, I mean, is this something you decided, okay, I'm going to find me a racetrack. We're going to do this?
Well, that kind of sums it up. I guess we... in the last 3 years, we tried to figure out how we could really, in the end up making a living and having a place that we thought we could afford. And it's kind of a perfect storm of things that have come together. And we're partners with our best friends in the world, and they're the hardest working people that I know. And all of that stuff has seemed to come together at the right time.
And one of the cool... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't have an explanation for it other than there was a thirst down here for some stability at the track, and Steve Martin and Tim Phillips got that started last year, and we have kind of taken it, and it's going like gangbusters. Well,
it's a beautiful facility, and not only that, but I think one of the cool things that I like that you've done is as soon as you knew you were going to do this, I mean, you announced the fact that you were going to have Springport Speedway, and your campaign, just doing promotions, being on Facebook, on the Internet, in the community, you were just absolutely 100% aggressive and letting people know what you were doing and when you were going to do it.
Well, I think back to when I was a kid, Larry, and there were sign bills everywhere. There were promoters promoting their event, and it didn't have to be specifically racing in circle track, but if it was the drag races or the local circus or whatever it was, grassroots marketing is what got people to those events. And sometimes you take a lesson out of the history books and apply it, and it works. And that's what we've been doing, and it's working.
Well, tell us about what divisions you normally run at Saturday nights at Springport. In case you don't know where it is, it's in Eaton Rapids, kind of right in the middle of a cornfield.
Let Jeff tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
Please.
Go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Springport Speedway is positioned right in the middle of everywhere.
It's actually...
It really is. It's right in the middle of your palm, right?
3 counties come together right in front of the track, practically.
Wow, that's cool.
You can throw a stone and hit 2 other counties from the other one. That's Jackson, Eaton, and...
Calhoun.
Calhoun. That's right.
If Sam makes too big a circle with the 0 turns, he's touched 3 counties.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh! But I mean, the track itself, I think it's gorgeous. I mean, I love the way, I mean, with the big evergreen trees and everything. I mean, the first time I saw it, I think, wow, this is just incredible. I mean, big, beautiful grandstands and everything. And I think the marketing thing is working out because we talked to Ken earlier, and apparently you guys are getting some good crowds already this season.
We are, and contrary to popular opinion in the off season, people will make their way out there to watch the races.
Yes, they will.
And we're just getting started. We think it's going to take a couple years to be where we want to end up.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as we get people out there and they see a decent show with the size of fields that we have, we're blessed with great racers. And I want to make an announcement here in a couple minutes, but the racing that we've seen the last couple weeks is outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get a person out there to see that, we know that we've got a chance.
I've never been the believer in the location deal. I'm sorry.
No,
I've never believed that because I've been to some racetracks that are. Look at Eldora.
Yeah, it's a little.
Think people have any problem finding that today?
No.
Well, back in the day, I mean, it was a ballroom.
Well, no problem finding eating wrap is right. It's just like maybe a.
Listen to you tell the story about the first time you drove to Springport. You would have thought you were up in northern Canada.
No, I wasn't a Canada except some of those little alien guys.
Yeah,
it's okay though.
It's probably Larry's first ever dirt road, everybody.
Yeah, right, whatever.
I know Ed and I are going to team up against Larry. I love to use the Eldora analogy.
Yes.
You drive forever to get to Eldora, and you don't have to drive forever to go from Springport. It's about 12 miles off the expressway.
Yep, it is. Right. Exactly. I think it's like 12.3 miles.
And it's less. It's probably 5 miles from the actual town of Springport. It's not that far from Eaton Rapids. It's just because you can drive down a dirt road to get there makes it. Oh my God! It's way out there.
You know what? That's actually the quickest way to get to the track. And they did 2 searches. They got 2 different ways. I said, you know what? I'm going that way.
Yeah, right down Royston. That turns into is that 29 mile there? Is that what that's called? Once you cross the county line.
We're on 30 mile.
30 mile road. That's what it is, right? I always think Royston though, because that's what it is north.
And the thing is, you drive through some rural areas there. Some really nice folks live out that way, and then you pull up on this beautiful site of this well manicured racetrack.
It is amazing.
Are painted up nice, and it feels homey when you get there, and the people have a smile on their face, and it's just a perfect setting. It's like driving into the field of dreams.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I thought too.
That is a good analogy, and I'm sure the people in the area really appreciate what you've done with the track, and kind of trying to bring it back to its heyday and cleaning the place up and making it popular. I'm sure a lot of businesses out in Eaton Rapids can appreciate it too, and you get some big crowds out there.
Sure, we're getting a lot of positive feedback throughout the community. Of course, we don't encounter everybody. We're going to encounter people occasionally that aren't race fans, and those listening to the Race Talk Radio won't understand why people
That's true, right?
We'll run into them once in a while, but for the most part, people are excited about the buzz going on. I would like to take a couple minutes.
Speaking of buzz,
yes.
We have a pretty good announcement to make. Dan Logan is a friend and a racer that's out at the track with us, and Dan called me the other day, and I finally got a chance to give him a call back, and he brought up the subject of racing and rockin'. And racing and rockin' is kind of, I guess Springport's got a couple iconic shows that are developing, and Racing and Rockin' is one of those. And there's been a little bit of restlessness in our company about organizing Racing and Rockin' because it's always been the brainchild of Matt Schindwolf. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but in the recent history, Matt and his wife have been going through some health issues in the family, and it's taken away a little bit of Matt's ability to put the time into promoting this event like it is. And Dan and I talked about this, and then I called Ed shortly afterwards, and we're going to take this show this year, and we're going to put a little bit of our twist on it as far as promotions go. But we are going to try and turn this event to one of the biggest mod races in the Midwest.
That's awesome.
And I don't think we're going to have a problem doing that. We are going to structure it around the mods, which is kind of how it originated, and we're gonna do a charity benefit for the Schindewolf family to help cover some of the medical expenses.
That's awesome.
That they are, no doubt, as any family would be experiencing.
Oh yes.
Through a time like this. So that being said, I made about 10 phone calls today to some notable mod drivers, and every single one of them said, we're going to do our very best to be at that show. We've got people coming from all over the state of Michigan, the UP, Canada, the east side. We got a lot of driver family over on the east side of Michigan, and those guys are going to be on their way for racing and rocking. And we're going to advertise that. We got some stars in the modified community that are going to support the Speedway and the Schindewolfs and come out in droves for helping a racing family in need.
That's awesome. Now, what's the date of that show?
It is July 28th. Fortunately, I'm not aware of other modified conflicts in the state of Michigan that weekend. So everybody should have the weekend off, and we should be able to get this off of the bang.
That'll be awesome. That'll be great. So.
And we've only just begun. That's the beautiful thing is today is kind of the three of us going, okay, well, if Matt's not going to be, because Matt, this all started, with Matt, Dan, and I after a night at Springport, cussing and swearing back and forth about this guy, and then start talking, I wish we had a bet and there it was, and it was boring. But Dan and I will both tell you that all the heavy lifting for this event the first 6 times, Matt Shinden won, okay? I mean, we did some things, but it pales in comparison to everything that Matt and Mary did. When Dan and I were talking on the phone today, I'm going, oh my, I don't know if I can really cover everything he did. Yeah. Because I don't even know everything he did. But once I talk to Jeff and stuff, we feel between the three of us and the other help that we get, and with Matt's guidance as much as he can, that we should be able to pull it off.
Yeah, it sounds like it's been an awesome show for years and years. I mean, you guys have done, unfortunately, because I work on Saturday night somewhere else, I'm not able to be there, but everything I've heard, going sick, I could be happy.
There might be some people happy if you developed a case of laryngitis one night.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, remember? I mean, I took nights off to go to racing and rocking when I worked at Auto City, because that's how much it meant to me and stuff. And now, you got Terry there. You could probably take the night off.
Listen to it. You guys are ganging up. I mean, it's not fair,
But it's... Yes, we have plenty of Jello shots. That's the thing about it, and that's the one thing Jeff will get to experience. That
I did experience those at the Owasso Nationals. That's why you were on my first person.
But it's all the lids and cups that you deal with for the months and months afterwards that are all over the pits, So we don't want to hear no drivers complaining about one in your grill or anything, okay?
Too bad there's not a deposit on those things.
You found them in your car, Danny? But it's always been an event that, that Matt and Dan, the idea behind it, an event not just for the racers, but for the fans. It's for everybody. And I mean, once the racing's done, the staff gets to go back and enjoy, too.
Fun,
hang out with the fans, hang out with the racers. Back in the days, how it used to be, after a night of racing, sometimes these guys wouldn't leave the racetrack till the sun was coming up. And these days, I mean, pretty much with the townships and things and the curfews, that's kind of unheard of in most places, I mean, I know you can still do it in some places. Yes, I know we used to do it there, but I think of some of the other tracks, and you know what I'm talking about, Jeff, where it's just hard to get away with something like that, and because we can do that at Springport, that's how it was born there and stuff. And I think it's great that I was so happy when both of you called me today, because I was wondering about it, and to know that an event like this is going to continue to march on just does my heart so much good.
Well, and I think the opportunity to jumpstart it with the great cause of the racing community giving back to the person that put so much into organizing it when their family needs maybe a hand here or there. I think it's a perfect there's a lot of perfect storms happening on the corner of Calhoun County this year.
Yeah.
And this is another one.
And it's great. And I think the details will come out a little more as time goes on, Jeff,
Sure.
the things we add to it and stuff, maybe how the different things might work and stuff, because without Matt there, we're not quite sure. We still have a lot of questions ourselves to try to answer here. But the point we wanted to get out tonight to everybody out there listening is that it is going on July 28th.
Awesome.
It's going on, and I'm going to issue a little bit of a challenge to anybody that listens to this or rebroadcast that the best of the best will be there. And if you want to prove your salt, come on down and join the party.
There you go.
If you win there this year, you're going to have something that you can hang on your mantle pretty proudly.
All right, and anybody that's won one can talk big time about the trophies, how unique they are, and I'm sure we'll all put our heads together to come up with the unique trophy again this year.
Absolutely.
Should be fun. Hey, well, Jeff, thanks a lot for coming out, and once again, congratulations, man. Springport Speedway is really looking good. I think you got it on the upswing, man. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, guys, and thank you for your help.
How about Jeff Parrish, everybody? Yeah, absolutely. Good job, man. All right, we're going to wave the white flag. We got time for one more segment live out here at Beacon Sales and Service in Charlotte. Great spread. Mark's Hot Diggity Dogs out here cooking some great hot dogs. All kinds of other cool stuff. So come on out and visit us. Be out here one more segment till 9 o'clock. And this is Race Talk. What's News Talk? 1470 WFNT.
We have a real big, strong team right now with the two teammates of Modifieds, Chance Rice and Dan Logan. Both cars just on fire right now. Second, third in points right now, and a lot of momentum with both those cars, both those drivers. So having a good time at Spartan and Springport. So
how many cars are you sponsoring this year? You've cut down a little bit, haven't you?
Well, I didn't necessarily cut down. Some of the guys take the breaks. I sometimes don't find out until either during the winter or off season or beginning of the new season.
I'm actually surprised to see a car here tonight that doesn't have Beacon Sales on the side of it.
No, you
probably have been talking to him, haven't you?
We might have to get together, huh?
That's right.
But what do you think about the Mystery Machine, Shaggy Hammerman?
That is a sharp-looking car.
That car turned out sweet. We painted that.
If he ever could get to Spartan in time to qualify with a session, God knows what he could do.
Yeah, he might earn a new nickname after this, you know.
Tardy?
I don't know. Some of the rhymes with Shaggy. I don't know what it's going to be.
Give me a minute or two.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we'll work on it. Yeah.
But, we got the Beckners. They're doing real well. And the Metzes, they always do well. So
how many cars do you have out there right now? Do you have any idea?
All together, there's usually a dozen of them.
Yeah.
But
I think you had 19 last year. I thought
we had a bunch, and then a couple of teams went different directions on me. So, but we're still there. There's no doubt.
And even with your help, which is greatly appreciated by all these teams, I'm sure it's still tough to try to get out there and field a car every week.
Yeah. Yeah, it helped when we did a lot of building during the off season, but I give a lot of credit to Dan Logan with the Governor's Motorsports. We put that new car together during the off season, and it turned out really well.
It is awesome. You get a lot of people working together. That makes a difference.
Yeah.
I know Chance appreciated the help and getting a ride in one of those nice cars too.
Yeah, Dan called me and said, "Hey, I got a new driver lined up for teammate," and I'm like, "Well, let's go for it." So he's going out and he's winning races and he's finishing in top 3 to 5 every week consistently, along with Dan. So them cars are always the front runners. Thank God.
It does make a big difference. That's right. So now, how long have you been in business out here at Beacon Sales?
My dad started back in '54, so we're over 60 years old now.
Wow.
Not me, but
you don't look that old, man.
There's a few of us, I guess.
That's true.
So so always had the Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep, and then we got that franchise terminated. Now we're just we're big into used cars right now, and race cars.
Well, there you go. Yeah, apparently.
And he named it Beacon Sales way back in the day, then, and you just kept it going?
The old building had a beacon ray up on the roof flashing. And then when we moved...
So you get a flash?
Yeah.
How you doing, Dora?
So when we moved to this new location, well, we're across from the airport, so we can't have the beacon ray no more because of the airport.
No, they don't like that. I think
Well, that's okay. We'd have airplanes landing here on the roof, you know.
that might be kind of cool. We were hoping for that.
That could be some free advertising, actually, Greg, if you think about it.
It would be different, so absolutely. So anyway, let's we're going to have to wrap things up here soon. Big Ed, first tell us what's going on at Spartan Friday night.
Autograph night. That's right. The autograph night will be on Friday night. We'll have the sprints in action, sponsored by Trips Auto Shop. We'll also have the Sawyer Chevrolet Superstore Modified Division of Perry Food Spartan Stocks and our Boston Inclement Pony Stocks.
Saturday night, Auto City Speedway. The only appearance for the Outlaw Super Late Models this year. The main event, 75 lapper. Also, Sportsman, Street Stocks, and Virtual Hornets are on the card. Then on Sunday.
That's cool. I'll tell you what, this is the show. I mean, this was the one at the beginning of the season, back in March and whatever, was marked on my calendar. I've been waiting for Sunday, man. The Arca Gold Cup Series, which runs exclusively at Flat Rock and Toledo Speedway the last, 5-6 years, is making their first appearance away from either one of them two tracks, and it's going to be Spartan Speedway. All them Gold Cup cars will be there along with our regulars, which I must include Andy and Phil Bozell as a regular now at Spartan, you know, because they're both going for the points championship this year.
Cool.
Plus all the other guys that invade. I mean, we're over 20-some entries already and a lot more expected.
I guess I better show up, huh?
Yeah, you want to be
Well, it depends on what you're looking for, because Sunday.
Well, I wasn't done.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's also round number 1 of the Slugfest Series, which will feature the LaPerry Foods Spartan Stock along with the Boston Inclement Pony Stocks. And if that's not enough, we'll also have some Pony Stock Figure 8s in the night.
Well, I'll tell you what, I sincerely hope that my track has many more accidents than your track does.
Me too, because you're having an enduro, right?
We're doing maximum destruction. We've got school bus figure eight trailer races, push car races, chain gang races. The Claremont World Hero Pure Stocks will be there. Hubbard's Military Supplies putting it on. It is going to be a whale of a show. We will have